I think, well, I think as Mr. Hudson mentioned when he first came in, if we can't agree, and it's okay to disagree, then if you cannot come to a good settlement that's agreeable with the council or agreeable with the plaintiff who's suing us, then you let the judge decide it. And that's what, after the vote tonight, I can assure you that I'm going to do everything in my power to get it there as quickly as possible and get deposed. I want to be deposed. We're probably going to depose Mr. Goff again. And I want to get it. I want to get it in court.
Do you think that the changing of the form of government is going to be an issue when you get to court?
No.
Because you know, legally it's supposed to be brought to a vote in public.
That's correct.
And it wasn't.
That's correct.
Don't you think that's going to be a problem?
No.
Okay, well.
I'll be happy. No, I do not. And if you're thinking about what I did when I came in, I found an issue and I resolved it because it has to go before a public initiative to change any form of government. It was never done. There was never a change done. There was never an initiative, nothing on the ballot. I saw Ray Coursey. It was never done. So therefore, we've always been a council. And you know why I know that? Because before the city of Hazel was ever formed, when it was formed, that form of government had not even been created yet in Galveston, Texas.
Well.
So therefore, we could never have ever been a commission. So we've always been a council.
Well, good luck with that, Kerry.
Yeah.
More power to you.
All right. Well, remember one thing, Megan. Who you represent in this is the city. And so every time I don't mind you taking a position if you're thinking you're looking out for the best interests of one thing, but when it comes to your overall responsibility, it is the city of Hazel. That's what you were elected to do. All right. It was mentioned in the previous meeting that we look at this as a proposed change of this ordinance, and wanted to get the will of the council on this direction of changing this ordinance on the penalty phase, which would be, I think you may have it listed there in front of you under B. There would be a line through it that says, "They shall be guilty of a misdemeanor, and upon conviction, district court may be fined up to $50 for each and every offense." I'm sorry. They should be guilty of a misdemeanor, and upon conviction in district court, and then also wiping out and/or a term of imprisonment as set forth in KRS 532.0901. And that's the only thing that would be wiped out on this. All the rest of the penalty phase would still be there, but there would no longer be a criminal misdemeanor, which would be like a 4th degree, whatever it is. So that would be wiped out. So before we even bring it up, whether or not you want to have it as a proposal, any discussion on that?
I don't want to see anybody go to jail. Never have. So I think we need to take them to prison out.
All right, any other discussion on it?
I think that's one of the things Ray has on the front door of his business is he didn't want to be arrested. I don't want him to be arrested, never have. So I think that would alleviate his concern about imprisonment.
All right, so we'll keep it circuit court and not district.
For him or anyone else.
All right, any other discussion?
So, just so we're clear, we're changing this for Ray Goff.
I said for him or anyone
Yes.
else.
For a potential settlement.
Right.
Shouldn't we strike out maybe fined up to $50 for each and every?
Yeah, because isn't that for the court?
No, the $50 for each and every offense is for the number of the booth vendors that would be in there.
Okay, you're just saying on one time.
It's if you have one booth vendor in there, it's $50 per day. If you have 100, then it's that times 100.
For each and every.
Each and every one. And that should be enough to make anybody want to pay $25 per year. Should be more than enough. And that eliminates just the criminal aspect of it, where no one can say I've got a criminal record because I did not abide by a business license in the city of Hazel.
But it would still be a misdemeanor,
No, no.
so it's not a crime
Mis-
at all.
No, the misdemeanor part is gone. That part is gone. The penalty phase is still there, which there's going to be a penalty. There's always been a penalty phase.
But
It's just there's not going to be one where there's going to be a potential for someone to go to jail. All right, do we have a motion to be able to amend this ordinance?
So moved.
All right. If you will make that into a form of a motion.
Yeah, please.
Okay, I move that the phrase and the sentence there be stricken. It says, "They shall be guilty of a misdemeanor upon conviction in district court and/or a term of imprisonment as set forth in KRS 532.0901.
Agreed with. All right, thank you.
Second.
You have a second? All right. All in favor? All opposed? Okay, that part is done, and can we use that as a first reading?
Pardon?
Can that be listed as a first reading? Because this has to go through a procedural change. Can that be listed as a first reading? Oh, let's do it. Let's go ahead as a first reading. That way, next month it can be done and over with. The motion that has been made and seconded and approved to be able to change that, it requires 2 readings for this to be to go through, and so we're going to have this as the change being made under penalty 60.999 under B. Will read, if a mall, flea market owner, leasing, or manager fails to provide the city clerk with a complete and accurate list of names and mailing addresses of all booth vendors as required under this provision of this chapter, for each and every offense, each day and each name they shall fail to provide constitutes a separate offense. This provision also pertains to building owners, individuals, or corporations that lease an area from a third party, or who lease or subleases an area within the same to other parties. That concludes section B of the first reading. All right, I've already done the report on storm damage. I did that earlier. And now we are on to what did I miss? I missed something about budget. Is budget on there? I'm not seeing it.
Here it is. Next to last.
Yep, okay. All right. If you'll take a look, we're going to try to get down here pretty quickly. For the proposed budget for 2011 and 2012, we'll start with the general fund. You'll notice that projected income is $68,245, projected expenses $68,178. You'll notice a few changes that have been made throughout these. I'll give you a few examples. Tangible taxes are down slightly. Business license, believe it or not, are up $250, and those are based off just real numbers. That's all. Those are numbers that are already in place this year, And the reason why tangible tax is down because it's trending less than what it was. So we made the adjustment for that to go down. Municipal mineral services, $20. I think you saw on there was like $1 something this last time. Pre-manufactured structures, that's if someone comes in that wants to apply to be able to put a pre-manufactured structure in Hazel. We may get 3 of them, we may not get any. We always usually put down 1. Miscellaneous is exactly what it is. There's money that comes in. It has been more than that, but we kept it pretty safe and keeping it low at 50. Lot lease is at $750. CD interest, you'll notice, is down about $500. Base court revenue was trending upward. We're probably going to do a little bit more than that if it continues on like it does this year. So those are the numbers we came up with, the 68. Utilities, certainly everybody's paying more for utilities. They went up. Sanitation is the same, no projected increases. Office supplies, same. Mowing and fuel supplies. I kept it the same because we're going to be trending about $600 less than what I had originally projected. Legal fees, you've noticed, has increased considerably. Payroll taxes have also increased because we have Harold Wilkinson, because of insurance purposes, listed on there and going through the payroll system. Mayor and council fees, unfortunately for you all and me, are the same. Salary for Janice, same. Maintenance and supplies, we went a little bit less with that this time. Meeting and dues, we're trending again behind on that, so we took that down. Insurance, $600 less, strictly because of the way the numbers are coming in. Public safety, the same. Lease and right-of-ways, $1,000 less because of the trends. And miscellaneous, we bumped it up $100 just because we don't know, maybe something else will come in higher. So that's how we've come up with the numbers on that. Do you have any questions regarding those that I can hopefully answer? If not, this is just the first reading of it. All right, if you'll turn to the fire fund budget. I'm so glad our assistant fire chief Brian Rose came in.
Sorry, I was running a few minutes late.
Sorry. Beginning balance, $70,360. Expecting property tax of about $10,000. Tangible tax of $500. Telecommunication tax of $700. CD income of $300. Miscellaneous of $150. Projected income $11,650. Projected expenses for the fire department: training $200, and you